Hi everyone, I'm Cameron Bentley, your instructor for American Lit this semester. I'm looking forward to working with you all. I want to go over a few important things on the syllabus, and so if you want to go ahead and print yours out and hit pause here and come back to it so that you can go through it with me, that would be a great idea. Alright, so you're back. Here is the first page of the syllabus that I'm looking at. Okay, things that I want to point out. I'm not going to read the whole syllabus to you. Obviously, you're a skilled reader. You're in this upper level English class, and so you're perfectly competent to do that on your own. But I want to point out a few things. Maybe you should highlight them. Maybe you should get out your class notebook at this point and take some notes. And what I recommend is that you tape this page of the syllabus, this page, and this page to the very front of your notebook. The first two pages of your notebook, maybe staple these in so that every time you go to do work for this course, you see your list of due dates right here, and you can check them off as you go and keep yourself on track. All right. I actually am not taking notes as intensively as you guys are when we're going through the semester, and so instead of stapling mine in my notebook, I have it taped to the wall beside my computer so that every time I log into the class, every time I'm at my computer, I can see the due dates, and then I just put a highlighted line through any due dates that have come and gone so that I can easily glance at my course schedule and know exactly where we are. All right, but back to that front page. The first box has my phone number and my office location and what hours I am generally in the office. And I would love to meet with you anytime, but meetings do come up. I do have classes that I'm working with at times, and so it's always a good idea to shoot me an email and Angel before you just pop in for an appointment. And any course communication should go through Angel Mail. That way I have a record of what we've already discussed and know what to expect, or can pull back up if you say, hey, you told me I could do this. I can go back and look and say, you're right, I did. And we can work that out. And so since I keep all records of communication in Angel Mail, I don't respond to emails that come through other email addresses, only the Angel Mail ones. Okay, so course description and competencies, you got that. Prereq, you need to have passed English 1101 with a C or better to be in this class and to get credit for this class. Textbooks, they come packaged together. We've got 2 volumes, volume 1 of Norton Anthology, shorter 8th edition, and volume 2 of Norton Anthology, shorter 8th edition. And so we'll begin with this volume, and all of the page numbers that are on the assignment schedule for you to read come from this book first, and then I'll put up an announcement when we're switching to the next volume, but I think you'll figure it out even without the announcement. And that is an important point. You should check for announcements twice a week. That is the way that I communicate, primarily through announcements. I also periodically send emails, so check your Angel Mail every time you log in, as well as checking the announcements, and check your grades too. Every time you log in, you should click refresh on the grade box on that front page of the course and make sure that your average is reflecting all of your current work. If you think that I've missed something that you turned in, you need to let me know immediately. All right, so down to grading, quizzes and discussions. Those are every week or every other week, depending on the content. And those are based on the reading assignments. The quizzes are over the period introductions in each sort of time frame, and the discussions are over the particular stories or poems that are within those time frames. Projects, we have 2 of those that will total 35% of the final grade. A mentoring project where you're going to be working with an English 1101 student who is assigned to you. That student is also taking an online class, and so you'll be given access to that student's online English 1101, and you'll communicate with that student through Angel Mail in his or her online class. And there are particulars about that in another document that doesn't start for a few more weeks. And then the second project of the semester is the final project, the big project. And you have lots of different options for this project. So if you want to skip ahead and go ahead and read the instructions for that one and start thinking about what type of technology you're going to use for it, what type of topic you're going to do for it, go ahead and get started. And there's no reason you can't knock that project out way early in the semester and avoid the stress of the end of the semester rush. And then the final exam is 25% of your average. CP discussions are not listed on this assignment schedule. I don't think. Yeah, they are. They're listed on here, but they're not listed in your weekly units in the course. But CP work is due each Monday. And that's extra credit. CP stands for class participation. And it's a discussion board. You can discuss anything that you want to about the course. I'll put up topics for you to respond to, but you don't have to respond to the topic that I ask you. You can say anything that you want to about what's going on in the course, what you've been reading, what you thought about it, what you liked, what you didn't like, questions about assignments, whatever. I don't respond to questions on this board. This is really a participation board for you and the other students in the class. So if you have questions that you want me to answer, you need to email those to me. But that's extra credit for you to engage with other students on that CP board every week. And that adds 3 points extra credit to your final average at the end of the semester. And so it really helps boost your grade from, an 87 to an A, or 68 to a C. And there is not a lot of other extra credit during the semester, and so you need to keep up with that in order to earn the points at the end of the semester. You can't go back at the end of the semester and say, oh no, I have an 87 and I really wanted an A in this class. What can I do for extra credit? And it will have passed by then. You have to do it every week in order to get the 3 full points at the end of the semester. You can't go back and make it up later. All right. Credit work, though, you can make up. Credit work, you have to do all of the credit work in order to get any extra credit. But the credit work is accepted late at a 10-point penalty per day. And it's 10 points off no matter what the reason. And so if on the due date you got really sick and were in bed with a fever, or your computer broke down, or whatever emergency came up that you had to take care of right that minute, it's good for you to take care of that emergency. You need to do that. But the 10 points off still counts if you get the work turned in the next day. And so I really encourage you to turn in work early. That way you turn in the work on Wednesday and it's not due till Friday, but Friday you're really sick and you wouldn't be able to do the work anyway. Whew, no points taken off because you turned yours in on Wednesday. And then Friday, if it happens to be your computer breaks down and you can't get it fixed until Monday or Tuesday, then we're looking at 30, 40 points off, because weekends count on the points off too. Turn work in early. like it says on the syllabus, the due dates listed are the last day that assignments are accepted for full credit. And so don't look at them as the day to turn stuff in. It's just the last day that you should think about turning something in. All right, but still, you want to turn in work late if you miss the due date. Late work is better than a 0. Online attendance policy is that you have to turn work in every week. If you miss a week without turning something in, then you get withdrawn. And that's up through 60% of the semester. If after 60% of the semester you decide that you want to drop the class, then you won't automatically be withdrawn if you just quit doing work. You have to actually fill out paperwork and go withdraw yourself. All right. I skipped over the proctored event here. All online students have to attend one proctored event for each online class. And the proctored event for this class is explained in another document in this section. But you have to attend a proctored event. You cannot receive a passing grade for the class if you don't attend a proctored event. And so go ahead and look at the rules and instructions for that and make arrangements for attending the proctored event. All right, and then the rest of the syllabus section is pretty self-explanatory. That brings us to the calendar. Again, there's a list of due dates here. And some of these you don't have to actually turn anything in. And so Monday of this week's assignment is to read through the information in the course information folder. There's not anything for you to turn in. That's just a reading assignment. Tuesday's assignment is to watch video 1. There's nothing for you to turn in. That's just a watching assignment. All right, and so if you decide to do all of these things on Monday, that's perfectly fine. If you see that there's a lot of work coming up next week, week 2, and you want to go ahead and do it all on Saturday, or you want to do half of it on Saturday and half of it on Wednesday, that's fine. You don't have to do these things on the days that I've listed, but you do have to have things in by the day that they're listed if there's something in that assignment that needs to be turned in. For week 2, take RQ number 1 by Monday. All right. Again, I encourage you to go ahead and do it before Monday. Do it during the weekend. RQ1 stands for Reading Quiz 1, and that will be over the period introduction to 1820 that you read in this first volume of the textbook. And then post your CP work, the extra credit discussion. And so as we continue to work on assignments, I will post announcements about them. Again, keep checking in for announcements, and always email me as soon as a question comes up. All right, look forward to working with you.